So somebody hit me up, a young, fresh tranny, and this is what she said. Hey Diamond, I know you hate trans talk. Now she says I hate trans talk because she is, I don't know how she found it, but she found my personal Facebook page. And for some reason, every time she hits me up, she's talking tranny talk. And on my personal page, I'm there to have fun. I'm there to clown and get laughs and all of that. I'm not there to talk about tranny stuff. So it's very annoying when people hit me up and that's all they want to talk about is tranny stuff. Oh my God, get out of here. Alright, so I tell her, honey, if you want to talk about that stuff, hit up my Diamond Stylz page. All that. Anyway. But I thought this was a good topic, so I'm going to let you slide. She said, I know you hate trans talk, but I could use some advice right now. I'm applying for jobs, but being trans, I'm not sure how that will go. So, what am I asking is, first of all, interview. I want to dress feminine, but my gender marker says that I'm male. I'm not sure how that will go. And if my employer asks if I'm trans, what do I do? Do I reply? If so, how so? I say, I'll do a video about it. She says, thank you. So, okay, this is it. This is a complicated, I can't give you right answers because I don't know your particular area. I don't know your particular situation. I don't know your particular level of passability. I don't know anything about, your situation. And responses to this video will vary depending on what situation you are in. Okay? Got it? So, I can tell you only by my experience, okay? Because I am the person who is talking about it and telling you the story of what I did because it's what I've experienced. Now, me, I've had a job since I was 13 years old. Even while I was hustling, I had a job. So, because I like consistent money, I don't like, maybe a client will come, maybe a client won't come. That kind of stuff. I don't like that. I like consistent money. Anyway. When I was younger, most of the people, I lived in a small, it's not a small town, but it's just, it was nothing to really, it was kind of close knit. Everybody knew everything. So it wasn't like totally, where the people by my neighborhood at the job that I was trying to apply for, they knew what was up. So it really wasn't no point in me hiding or anything. But when I got older and I had left and came back and I was out exploring and it just wasn't, everybody didn't know me or know. I chose to fill out my government name, but I would put F on my application. I wouldn't put male. Even though my ID, now it does, but before, even though my ID didn't match that, I put F. And when I would go to jobs, they wouldn't actually look at my ID. Like they wouldn't just be sitting there examining it. The name, the sex, the this, they wouldn't examine that. They just would take your ID and your social security card put it on the copy machine, copy it, put it in with your application, and you're a new hire. You just go. They don't really actually look at it. They just assume if you come in and you look like a girl, you're a girl. So I never really had that issue with jobs as far as that part, like the getting hired part. Now, later on in my job experience, when you work at a job and your T comes out later, I've experienced that, where somebody knows you from back in the day, or and your T comes out after you are already hired. I've had that experience. But the actual applying for a job experience, in my personal experience, the new part, if you go in and you look like a girl, they're just gonna assume you're a girl, and they never ever pay attention to the gender marker. Like, they never pay attention to that. It's just my experience. Now, definitely when I got older and the gender marker was changed, I never had any issues as far as my transition with a job as I've gotten older. It's always been just assumed that I was a regular chick. I don't discuss my tea at my job. I come there to work. I don't come there to talk about how I was born or my genitalia now or that kind of stuff. I come there to get paid. I'm not here to make a political stance, make any kind of declaration of womanhood at my job. I'm not here. I don't have time for that. I'm here to work and get my money, do my job, and go home. We don't need to discuss any of that. Although I do work for a very trans-friendly, LGBT-friendly company. I just choose to not open up that door. What else? As far as how to dress, I think you should dress how you feel comfortable dressing. You know, it's nothing like going to a job. It's anywhere, not just a job. Anywhere, and you are trying to be something that you're not. I don't have time for that. Who has time for that? Nobody. No, ma'am. You know, I'm sweet brown on that. Trying to think. Now, I have heard in other girls' experience that if you put F on there and they find out your T later, and you put F, that can be their reasoning for firing you, lying on your application. If you haven't had like the sex change and that kind of stuff, putting the F and you haven't done all those proper precautions, that can give a company, if they were trying to discriminate against you, that will give them a valid reason for them to use the fact that you lied on your application as reason to fire you. Instead of it being discrimination, it'll be, boom, falsifying documentation. And that could get them out of, when it really was discrimination, but it can get them out of, that's their excuse, that's legally okay for them to do. You lied on your application, honey, you're fired. So, I have heard that. What else? So, it's all about a judgment call. Of course, you have to work and you have to pay your bills, so try to work somewhere that is trans friendly. Like, they have clinics and salons. You can be a receptionist at a salon, a spa. Usually in the fashion and beauty industry, there's a lot of jobs that you can get that are really friendly to LGBT, specifically trans. So, you know, I hope this helps. I can't really. When I give people advice about subjects like this, these are so circumstances specific. Like, I need to know your exact circumstances so I know if you in fucking, you know, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's level of blendability in the community is different. If a girl who looks totally, absolutely passable, she's going to have a different issue compared to a girl who's just, you know, I don't know, unpassable, unblendable. It's going to be a different issue. It's going to be different problems. Some girls cannot blend at all, but they still have to work and pay their bills. So how do they go about getting a job in people, you know, and still live their truth? It's kind of hard to advise somebody like that when I haven't experienced that. So that's me talking about it. I hope it helped you. Sorry if I wasn't helpful. Anyway, this is your girl Diamond. Bye bye.